Hey guys, it's Peter. Ow. And I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm YouTube. For all you guys that just listen to my videos and don't watch them, you missed that. I'm YouTube famous now. I already have my catchphrase for 2017, so just get ready. Oh my lord, you guys. Okay. What a weird 24 hours it has been. YouTube is like such a weird world to be part of. Like, I just never in a million years thought that I would be part of all this craziness. Or no, even, look at this, some scary stuff is going by with some ambulances and police officers. I hope something horrible didn't happen. They gotta have like police officers running through YouTube and Twitter and all that stuff, shouldn't they? Anyway, you guys, I woke up this morning, as I'm sure many of you did, to all of this. Well, actually, I saw the tail end of it last night, and I like didn't really care that much about it. But then the more and more people that I saw that had made videos about it, the Karina Kabooms, and you know, on and on and on, I was like, what is going on with all of this madness between Shannon Rose and Sanders Kennedy? I was like, oh my lord. Now, when I talk about this, I'm gonna kind of talk about it in the way that you would talk about making chocolate chip cookies. So, you know, like, if you're making chocolate chip cookies, you have the flour, right? And then you have the sugar. And I'm not talking about the flour or the sugar, I'm talking about the chocolate chip cookies. Do you get what I'm saying? And I have an opinion about the chocolate chip cookies, not the flour or the sugar. So let's just get that straight right away. I watched both of their videos, Shannon's and Sanders, at length, so I can speak to them. And I do want to say this before I get started, that a lot of you are going to comment and say, you love Sanders, you hate Sanders, you love Sanders, you hate Sanders, which is interesting because that's kind of what he did in his video with Shannon Rose a little bit, was like, I dissed you, and then I reevaluated what I thought, and then I dissed you, and then I reevaluated what I thought. And I think that's just true in life of people, is that we kind of waver back and forth. And I will be really, really honest with you, and I know Sanders is not somebody that uses receipts, okay? Like, you guys, he always says he has the receipts, but he refuses to use them. And I'm not sure, like, if I think that's stupid or if I respect him on it at this point, to be really honest with you. And I'm not saying this to try to make me sound like a good guy. I'm just saying this so that you guys understand. You know that I have just been dragged through the mud in this last week and a half. And so I reached out to Sanders and I said, listen, I said, if I ever caused you any harm, I said something to the effect of, I understand now why you needed to take some time away from YouTube, because it was very stressful. And, you know, it's hard when people are just coming at you. It's like, you put the phone down for like 3 hours and you pick it back up again, and it's like, it's 10 times worse than it was 3 hours before. So it's almost like it's very difficult to stay off of it. And unless you're a part of that, you really can't understand. So to some degree, I do understand why Sanders needed to just take a week off, okay? I do understand that. And so I said to him, listen, I understand. I texted him and I said, I understand why you needed to take a week off, you know, blah, 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 whatever. And I said, if I ever caused you any harm, I'm sorry. It won't happen again. And you can use this as receipts. I don't really care about receipts at this point. I don't want to be part of any kind of hate. So this is not going to be me dragging Sanders. So if you came here for me to drag Sanders, that's not what this is going to be about. This is not going to be about me praising Sanders. This is just my opinion about all of the Shannon Rose and Sanders thing, which, to be really honest, as a viewer, my first opinion is this. And so this is kind of like the old school Peter a little bit, that everybody's like, what happened to the old Peter where you're like talking all this drama? I mean, this is really just Peter Monn as a viewer of all of this bullshit. And my first response to this is, why do we care about Sanders Kennedy or Shannon Rose enough that we want to make 15 videos and watch them, which of course I'm doing. I'm making a video about it because I'm like, so like, I cannot figure out why I get so ate up with all of this shit and fall down the rabbit hole where I'm watching all of the videos about Shannon Rose and Sanders and everybody's opinion about it, when if you had asked me 6 months ago, what do you think about Shannon Rose? I would have said, Shannon who? Did I go to high school with her? I mean, I would be like, I don't even know who you're talking about, right? And now she sits, you know, up on a YouTube camera in her bedroom with C, you know, letters on her wall, and I guess she's a retired porn star. Retired. What? And, you know, I guess sends out profound statements about how we should act in the world. It's all just hilarious to me, you guys. It's all of it just hilarious to me. So I will tell you that I watched, look, I got a different drink today. I got a iced caramel macchiato. I watched Shannon Rose's video first, which some of it, both of them throw such shade, like in indirect ways, that if you don't know the players or you don't know what's really going on, like you don't know what they're talking about. And that's what I love so much about, there's like the YouTube that you guys see. First of all, if you guys watch a lot of YouTube videos, have you seen the ad for this movie, Jackie, that's coming out about Jackie Kennedy? I want to see that movie so bad. Like every time I turn on a YouTube video, like that's both for Shannon's and for Sanders. That's what the ad was, and I watched it full time. So you guys got a few cents from me. But anyway, so what's so funny is I was watching Shannon's video, and like right at the beginning, she goes in on these drama channels, right? Well, girl, listen now, okay? Everybody wants to call me a drama channel, even though I'm doing dollar store Christmas parties with my dog. But everybody wants to call me a drama channel, and all these other drama channels. And then there's investigative channels, which are really just drama channels. I mean, do we really buy into that? They're drama channels, okay? You're talking about people that nobody really cares about in the real world. That's drama, okay? You're stirring up drama, it's whatever. And then you got these people over here that aspire to be those people and are making videos that look just like that. And for me, those are like Casey Neistat, like wannabe college kids that just like don't have anything better to do, so they're making videos that they think look like that and praising those people, when all of it is just very self-congratulatory to me. It just cracks my shit up. I would love to see some creative content, and I would say this, okay, which is why I've gone and started watching people like Joanna Spicer. Oh my God, you guys, she made a video about me last night, and she called it, it's her Vlogmas video, and she said Peter Monn loves me because I shouted her out in a video. And she goes to the Whole Foods, and she's like, I bought the necessities, and she bought a bottle of wine and organic tampons. I have not laughed so hard. I mean, you guys, naturally hilarious human being, but we get consumed with this drama, and this is where we want to put our energy, and this is who we want to support on YouTube, is this crazy drama about people about porn stars that aren't racist, and they tell you 15 times in a video, I'm not racist, okay? If you are of any ethnicity or different sexuality or whatever, you will understand what I'm about to say to you. When somebody says to you time and time and time again, I'm not homophobic, I'm not homophobic, I'm not homophobic, chances are they're probably a little bit homophobic, okay? I'm just saying. If you have to like defend yourself that much, there may be some truth to the game, all right? But it is whatever. I don't really care if Shannon Rose is racist. It doesn't affect me in any kind of way. I think she might have wanted to make some better choices about the fetish filming that she did, but that's her journey in her life, not mine. She's got to do what she's got to do, right? Now, I will tell you this. I watched all 13 minutes and 50 seconds of old Shannon's video, and I was like, girl, I can tell you right now how to solve this whole thing, and she doesn't need my help, because I'm going to tell you, she does it in the last 30 seconds. She says to everybody on there, if I ever offended you by any of the porn that I did, I'm really, really sorry, okay? And I'm like, all right, girl, you owned up. Like, and even if you don't really believe it, I think that was the right move to make. I really do. I looked at it, I was like, hey, I have a lot of respect for that. I think that's, you know, she owned her shit. She apologized for it. She made amends to people. And isn't that what this is all about? Is like when we see our wrong? Because sometimes when you're wronging people, you don't even realize it in the moment, okay? Do I think that Shannon Rose might have been offered a lot of money to ask an African-American man or tell him to pick cotton in a porn film and it wouldn't have gone through her head? I mean, I can't imagine how that wouldn't go through your head. Like, maybe this would be perceived down the road as racist. I can't imagine how that would happen, but I mean, let's just be for real, okay? But I mean, seriously, but did you not have Black History Month when you were going to school growing up? I mean, I think if you raised your hand and asked your teacher, Mrs. Smith, if I did porn and I was supposed to sleep with an African-American man and tell him to pick my cotton, do you think that would be considered racist? Let's all, what do you think the answer would be, boys and girls? Seriously? But I don't think that's where Shannon Rose's mind was at the time, okay? And she talks about fetish porn and all this kind of stuff is very profound. Well, I actually have a very good friend of mine that was a fetish porn actress, and she was very well known in the fetish porn industry, and she is now, she works with girls that have gotten out of the sex industry because it decimates lives, okay? That's what it does. And, but anyway, I think that the money can be so good in that industry at times that I think you think more about the money than you do actually about the ethics and the morals to it. So let's give Shannon Rose a break, all right? She owned her shit, whatever, let's move on from there. But why she needed to make a 13-minute and 50-second response to Sanders Kennedy, I will never understand, okay? And what killed me was I watched Sanders' video and he said he reached out to her and she refused to have the conversation. She'd rather make the video. And I was like, I kind of was like, okay, I get it. Like, why would you not just pick up the phone and be like, hey, what's going on? I mean, listen, I picked up the phone last night and talked to the girls from Bitchin' and Eatin' because they were all upset about some stuff that had happened on their channel. Why can't we just reach out to each other and be friendly? And Sanders and I did have that relationship at one point, and I understand why he doesn't trust me now. I get it, okay? I get it. I'm not wanting to go back there. I still feel the way that I did in videos before. I just don't want to hurt his feelings anymore, and I don't want to, like, decimate his character or tear him down. And if you guys don't like Sanders, don't watch Sanders, okay? If you don't like his content, don't watch it. If you don't like my content, don't watch it. But I don't think that we need to tear each other apart anymore, and I'm not willing to do that to that man to the point where, you know, like, he needs to leave for a week or it really affects his mood, because I can tell you the hate that was directed to me really did affect me, okay? So if you want to get on camera, all these YouTubers, and say, oh, it doesn't bother me, it doesn't bother, bullshit, it bothers you, okay? When people are saying all these horrific things about you, and I mean horrific things, okay? You're the product of incest, you're inbred, on and on and on, it hurts, okay? I don't care how tough a skin you have, unless you've been doing this gig for 10 years, and I haven't, and neither has he, it hurts. And it probably hurts Shannon Rose too, and that's why she's making the response video. And what she should have said was, my feelings are really hurt, okay? But what I loved about her video was one thing that she said in there. Girl, I'm telling you right now, the low undercover shade that was thrown in both of those videos cracked my shit up, okay? I mean, Sanders threw a lot of shade in his video, and I was like, is he talking about me? I couldn't tell, honestly, because I don't know whoever else he's having conversations with, and he didn't respond to me, and I respect that. I wouldn't probably respond to me either. I'd probably be like, okay, you know what, Peter apologized, and in a week he'll make some shady-ass video about me. I mean, I've taught him that, so, like, I mean, I have nobody to blame but myself, and I wasn't looking for a friendship when I did that. I was looking for him to know that I wasn't gonna, you know, tear him apart anymore. Nor am I willing to tear anybody else apart anymore, and I will tell you this, but I can still have an opinion in a joking way, and trust, I will, okay? But I tried to reach out to old gal Karina Kaboom, too, baby. She got everything locked up like Fort Knox. My email popped back from her. She blocked me from email. She blocked me on the Instagram, on both of my accounts, and my Peter Likes Books accounts. I mean, that girl took some effort to block me from everything, unless she doesn't have that stuff anymore, unless she got rid of her email and her Instagram and everything. Hell, I couldn't even find her. So anyway, there's no way for me to reach out to old Karina and say, listen, I'm, you know, whatever. So she's fair game. Karina's fair. I tried. Karina's old fair game. My blue nail polish, she's going to be sitting back there forever. I may come out with New Year's, new year, new nails, new blue nail polish remover called Dad as fuck. But anyway, so what Shannon Rose says in her video, though, cracks me up so much. And she's like, she goes on and on about these drama channels and she doesn't respect them and whatever and all this kind of stuff. I mean, okay. I mean, you hate drama channels, but you defend porn in the same thing. I mean, it's like, baby, 6 of one, half a dozen the other. I mean, really? Okay, like, everybody's getting off to something. Some are getting off to drama, some are getting off to you. I mean, let's be for real. Let's call it for what it is. Just own it. She's kind of a funny gal. If she just owned it, it'd be real funny, wouldn't it? So anyway, but what I loved in her videos was where she comes for drama channels and she says in there, now, there are a lot of people that are getting really close and friendly with drama channels because they're afraid that those people will make videos about them. Who do you think she's talking about? Who gets up on, oh Lord, who gets up on all their videos and says, I'm friends with all of these big YouTubers. I'm friends with all of these big YouTubers. Y'all see the light now, don't you? Who do you think she's talking about? Ain't me. No big YouTubers are talking to me. I mean, I did for a little bit, but hey, they've gone on vacation, I think. Ghosted. But I mean, let's be for real. I saw that months ago. I was like, I would do the same exact thing. I would do the exact same thing. I'm not stupid. But listen, he ain't afraid of you. Even if you're his best friend, he's going to make videos about you if he thinks it's what he needs to make. I mean, and I respect that about somebody. I respect that about having integrity for their craft enough to say, you guys, you know who I'm talking about, right? I mean, he's an investigative reporter. But I respect him enough to say that, like, listen, even if we're friends, if I feel like I need to investigate this, I'm going to for the people that watch my videos. And I think that's honest. Like, I love that, okay? I just think the drama channel stuff is so hilarious, it cracks me up. And what's really interesting is, and all of these people said to me when I made my last Sanders video, an adult man doesn't need your suggestions. Nobody needs your unsolicited advice. Listen here, he asked for my advice, and I asked him for advice, okay? When we became friendly and we talked on the phone, we had a conversation. I asked him what to do about some things because he has experience. He asked me some things because I have some life experience. That's how our conversations went, period, okay? It wasn't like I was like, you need to do this, this, and this. I've never had that conversation with anybody. First of all, everybody on YouTube, besides bitching and eating, has way more subscribers than I do. So why anybody would need me to give them advice? Or you think I'm sitting back going, oh, let me tell you. I mean, that's just not how it works. And I'll tell you right now, everybody that's considered a drama channel or whatever, and throw me in that group, we're all of us, listen, an arrogant bunch, cocky ass fools. We all think we know what's best. You can't tell us nothing. Not one of us, okay? So listen, if you think that any of us are giving somebody else advice, and I'll tell you who's got it the smartest right now. Well, Sanders Kennedy, because he puts his commercials, right, he'll go, something, something, summit, Shannon Rose fucked, and then it goes right to commercial. I'm like, damn it, who'd she fuck? And then I want to watch it, so I watch it, and I have to go through the commercial. And then the other person I'll tell you is Karina Kaboom, because she just sits back, she don't say a damn thing. She just sits back, she don't get involved, whatever. I mean, like, she might be smarter girl than I ever did. I know this, so all of it just cracks my shit up so much. I love it all day long. But I don't understand, Shannon Rose, you are way too big of a YouTuber to feel like you need to make a response to any of us. I mean, seriously, any of us. Why'd you even do that? Is there some truth in what he said? So those are my 2 cents. Go watch all those videos, you guys. They crack my shit up. I love it. I'm gonna probably make 15 videos today because that's what I do. I'm a videographer. Love you guys. Bye.